all of my friends, my close friends, they started having girlfriends. Girls started to look at them, and nobody looked at me. For me, I'm okay being the fat boy, the joker, the one who makes everybody laugh. I'm okay with that until when I was 14. It was 1998, and I think that was quite a turning point for me. In 6 months, I lose 22 kilograms.
Oh, that's impressive.
At the age of 14, I went on an extreme diet. I didn't grow much. I saw that all my friends, my cousins, my relatives all grew up taller. They had their growth spurt. I was waiting for mine. It never came. Yeah, at the age of 14, I stopped growing. In Malaysia, 168 is average. 165 is considered short, and I'm shorter than short. Why is a different thing? Because I'm short and that. But how is the more important thing. This thing is like miracle, and miracles have a price. Can I even reach 10 or 9 or 8? Am I going to stop at 5 or 6? It's not being mentioned enough for all the people who have done this. Is that the eye contact? You can buy, of course, expensive clothes, expensive, but you cannot buy the eye level. It's a self-discovery. It's a self-improvement. You do not just grow your legs, but you grow your character as well.
Exactly. Yeah. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and
Correct.
you push yourself to the boundaries. Hello everyone, I'm Christine and I'm physical therapist at Livelifetaller, and here I have my patient and guest for today's interview, Kay from Malaysia. So can you share us your story? How did you end up here?
Wow, alright. So I'll share a little bit of my story, okay?
Of course, that's what we want.
So when I was growing up, I was really fat. Yeah. So when in my primary school, and all of a sudden I gained so much weight, and I was known in my class as the fat boy. Yeah.
How fat were you? I mean,
Really
how
fat.
overweight?
Yeah. I think.
How many kilos?
Okay, because when I was younger, I didn't really weigh myself.
I see.
But when I was 11, I was, I think, 64 kilos, and now I'm 62 at the age of 39. So you can just imagine that. So growing up as a fat boy, it really did damage my self-esteem. Okay, and I was looking at everyone, my friends. They were playing sports, they were running around. I couldn't do all those things. In fact, all those boys in the neighborhood, they like to play football, and when I wanted to join them, nobody wanted me, because anyone who plays with K, the team will lose, because I couldn't run much. I get tired so easily. So it became part of my identity. So as I grew older, and it started when I was 8, and then I became 11, 12, and when I was a teenager, all of my friends, my close friends, they started having girlfriends. Girls started to look at them, and nobody looked at me. Okay, so since then, I started to think that perhaps all the good things in life are for other people, for my friends. For me, I'm okay being the fat boy, the joker, the one who makes everybody laugh. I'm okay with that, getting the wrong side of attention. So that became my identity until when I was 14. It was 1998, and I think that was quite a turning point for me. So I had a crush on this girl. Yeah, I was 14, all the hormones, right? And then the best thing was that girl had a crush on my best friend. Oh, so you imagine that. So all the raging hormones and all that, I felt that, okay, I've been fat for so long, enough is enough. So I went on a diet. I really trained myself in sports. So in 6 months, I lose 22 kilograms.
Well, that's impressive.
Yes, yes. But there was a catch. Okay, my parents believe that because at the age of 14, I went on an extreme diet. I didn't grow much. Yeah, but of course genetics play a role in that, because even then I was taller than my parents both. So at the age of 14, I became slim. I became one of the best students in schools. So I started to think that, oh, maybe I had potential. Maybe life is good for me. All right? Everything was going on for me. Then, when I grew up, 15, 16, I saw that all my friends, my cousins, my relatives all grew up taller. They had their growth spurt. I was waiting for mine. I was like, okay, all my friends who were shorter than me, they were taller. Okay, next year will be my time. Next year will be my time. When I was 17, okay, after I finish school, maybe in the college, 18, I can still grow. For men, they can grow up to 21, 25. I was hoping for that. It never came.
How tall were you at that point?
This height.
This height.
Not this height. I'm taller now.
Okay. I know. I mean, before the surgery.
Before surgery.
So that's when you stopped.
At the age of 14, I stopped growing.
And how tall were your friends and cousins? I mean, average.
On average, they're like 172, 173, which is that's not an average in Malaysia, but it's quite tall. The average in Malaysia is 168 for men. So you just imagine, in Malaysia, 168 is the average. 165 is considered short, and I'm shorter than short. I was shorter than short. So those are the things that really played. But when you come to this place, to Livelifetaller, a lot of people ask, what makes you want to get the surgery? So I think there should be two sets of questions, right? Why is a different thing, because I'm short and that, but how is the more important thing, because some people, they have the money, they have the time, they have everything, but they still don't get the surgery. But how? Usually, because for me, it's all the small things that happen throughout my life, throughout my adult life, so that as an adult, you were treated like a kid. When you were 21, 22, you feel like, wow, I look young. People treat me as a young person. It's fine. But when you're 35, you're 36, when you go into a meeting, you go into a presentation with all the bigwigs in the industry, in the organization, they still treat you like a young person, then you lose a lot of credibility to that. Yeah. So when you reach a certain part in life, you start to think about the social currency, the physical presence that you have in a room over people. Physical presence, it could be how big your body is, how strong your voice is, how your body language. So I was thinking that, okay, why do most people, when they have certain money, certain achievement, they start to buy $100,000 car, $100,000 watch? It's because they want that physical presence. When you drive a luxury car, people will, oh, this is a great guy. This guy has success, leadership, and something. So I was thinking, in life, I've achieved a lot of things. Now, what I'm going to do with my achievement? Do I want to buy an expensive car, expensive watch? Or I can invest. This is a risky thing. It's not that you go to the clinic, I want to get taller, then you get taller. No, it's not that. It's a 3-month journey. It's a process. It's a painful process. It's very challenging. It's scary. You just imagine that you're perfectly fine. You might be short. You're fine. But you're going to be put to sleep. You're going to break the bones. You're going to stay away from your family for 3 months. You got to turn it up. Little by little, day by day.
Just 1 millimeter per day.
Just 1 millimeter per day.
Yeah.
It's a long and painful process. But why do people do it? Because they want to reach that physical presence. Because with that physical presence, you have a lot of things you can get ahead in life.
Exactly. Yeah. And sometimes you cannot achieve that with just expensive cars or looks, because they say this guy has it all, but I wish he could be taller. You know? People always say that. And I guess when you are taller, actually there is a research on that if you take 2 people and one of them is skilled and experienced, but then the other one, who is, by the way, taller, does not have the same skills, and inexperienced, still the taller one has more chances to get promoted.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the unfairness in life, because
That
either
is-
we want it
yeah.
or not, we are kind of judging people by the cover.
True.
And then later, of course, when we get to know that person, oh, it's kind of already late.
Yeah, and that's physical presence. So that's a very good point, because when if you cannot do anything about it, then it's fine. You just have to live with it. You find a way around it. Maybe you have a better voice. You speak louder to have that physical presence. But once you discover that limb lengthening surgery is something is possible, it's something that you can do it. It's a choice. Then eventually, sooner or later, you make that choice. When you have the money, you have the courage, you talk to your family. Because I remember when I wanted to do this surgery, I was talking to some of my family members. Okay, and this is a good example that, yeah, he says that, why do you want to do this? It's risky. You have extra money, you better spend it on your family, on whatever. Why would you waste it on yourself? So I told him, okay, just imagine this, exactly the point that you made. All right, if you see a tall person, a big person, and he's very loud, he speaks very clearly, and then he's very aggressive, what do you call him? Somebody who is, wow, this person has leadership, this person has charisma. But what happens if that person is small? Oh, he has small man syndrome. He's trying too hard. He's trying to bite more than he can chew. You see, that is the difference in perception.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even the Napoleon, he did, of course, terrible but great things, but still they say that he had this complex of a short guy,
Yes.
which he was trying to cover by all his achievements.
Correct.
Otherwise, why does the height matter, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If Napoleon was 180, nobody would even say anything about height. But when a shorter person tries, not even tries to achieve many things, you have a Napoleon effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, that's true. But still, mentioning that it is a kind of an investment in your body, I think it is one of the hardest to get, because it's not like going and buying a car, you know.
Yeah.
You, with every blood and sweat and tears, you get like each centimeter added to your height. So I don't think that this surgery is for many people, right?
Yeah,
What do you
true,
think about
true,
it?
True. When you say about that, it's interesting, because there were times, especially after I reached 3 to 4 centimeter, I'm afraid to even turn once. I was thinking, what kind of pain am I going to experience after I turn this? It could be tightness, it could be some pin pain, it could be some nerve pain, it could be some muscular
Spasm, yeah.
spasm.
Mm-hmm.
It could be many things. But the thing that then I thought that if I didn't do this, everything would be impossible. This thing is like miracle, and miracles have a price. You don't just sit down, relax, go about your everyday life and get miracle. No, miracles come after you. The cost is blood, sweat, tears, agony, your mental health, many things.
So far, how was your process? Because now we've reached, what, 5 centimeters?
Yes.
So we are exactly in the middle of the
Yes.
journey. So how can you summarize your experience?
My experience, I would say that it's normal, like everybody, most people, that there's pain, there's fear, there's doubt.
Doubt about what? Why have I done it?
No, I never doubt that why I've done it, because once I've done it, then I have to leave it. Doubt that, can I even reach 10 or 9 or 8? Am I going to stop at 5 or 6? I doubt that. Or what's going to happen to my family? Is my business going down under back in the country? Are my parents? There's those kind of things that
Yeah, naturally.
haunt my mind, you know. So that's why during this process I mean, your pain tolerance, your physical activity, those are important, but the most important thing is your mental strength.
So do you say that this is the most challenging part of your journey?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Just imagine, I play sports. I have broken my ankles both. All right. In my business, I have lost millions of dollars. All right, and I've been sacked from my job, I think twice. You know, but this is the most challenging yet. But then again, it's the most worthwhile, because you know what you're gonna get at the end of the journey. You're gonna get taller. You're gonna have a new life. Yeah, that's why I told my wife that your husband's gonna die, and he's gonna be reborn. You're gonna get a second husband.
What does she say about that?
She just laughed about it. The second husband. So that's why, in a way, that made her quite excited to see that journey, because when I married my wife, she was young. She was 19. I was 34 when I married her. I promised her that this relationship, this marriage, is all about growth together. You're not just gonna be you're not just gonna be a 19-year-old getting married early and having family. Not just that. We're gonna build an empire together. We're going places. We're going to grow.
Nice.
So I believe this is part of my growth. Yeah, it costs a lot.
And now she thinks, oh, so he meant growing literally.
Yeah, I told her, this is about growth. I'm gonna get taller than you, because she was taller than me.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I really like how you think, because some people expect having no pain, even though knowing that they're going to have broken bones.
Yeah.
Knowing that every muscle, every blood vessel, nerve, everything is going to be stretched out. So this is what we want. People who potentially would want to do the surgery, they have to understand that this is a process requiring also mental strength, as you said.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's so easy to give up, because having this pain and not knowing what the next day brings, it's difficult. Although not all days are painful, right? Some days are fine.
Some days are fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So that you can even go and throw the basketball, walk around, and so on. Especially at the beginning, when muscles were not that much tight.
Yep.
Right. I remember you were walking it out and you support.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
For
think
days.
you still can, but it's safer for your pins and for your muscles.
It's all stretched. The pin sides are all stretched.
What would you say also about your day? How your day is going? Your usual day?
When you talk about days, I would give an example of riding a bike on a rocky road. You have to be careful that you don't hit a rock and you might fall down. Bicycling and riding a bicycle, because my days, some days are good, some days it's just clear. You just go, nothing much. Some days, oh, there's rock there, there's water there, there's a hole there. So you have to be careful. For example, what I mean is, you have to take care of your diet. You have to take care of your movement. All right. If you just eat anything you want, then the wounds might get worse. The tightness might get worse. Okay. And if you don't move much, then it's going to get tighter. Then every time you're going to turn, it's going to get more painful. So those are the things that you have to be wary of. And for most people in their lives, they never care about diet. They just eat whatever they want, whatever they have, whatever is in front of them. So this time around, for this past, I've been here for 50 days. The diet, the food, I have to really look at it. Oh, this is too much sugar. I want it, but I cannot. This is too much salt, so I cannot. So I have to really take care of it. And then there are sometimes that I was so lazy, I'm too lazy to even move. I have to. Otherwise, the blood flow won't generate healing for my bone, for my wound, for my muscles. And another one is stretching. You taught me that every time you want to lengthen, you have to stretch. So stretching is tedious. I mean, doing once or twice a day is fine enough, but 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but you have to do it. You have to. This is a process that I remember Dinzel, the previous patient here, mentioned that it's a self-discovery. It's a self-improvement. You do not just grow your legs, but you grow your character as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and
Correct.
you push yourself to the boundaries.
Yes, yes.
And you
yes.
kind of know that, oh, I could do that. So it means that there's nothing impossible for me.
True.
Because you overcome both mental pain and physical pain at the same time. Although, of course, the halfway is still there.
Yeah.
But I think with your mindset, it won't be a big deal because you are on the right path.
True.
And I have one more question for you before we finish. How do you think your life would be changed after you achieve your goal and get 10 centimeter added to your height?
This is an interesting question, because in terms of physical, of course, I can reach more things. But what is not being mentioned enough for all the people who have done this is that the eye contact. Once you stand up, you're in a meeting, you're meeting new people, the eye contact, you do not have to look up and people do not have to look down on you. And that is actually a huge impact, but people don't realize it. For example, every time when you talk to people, you look a little bit down, it immediately establishes a power balance. Yeah. So I mean, 174, 173 is not that tall, but people no longer have to look down at me like that. Maybe they look directly in the eye or a little bit lower. But that gives, again, the most important thing is physical presence. Yeah, that physical presence you can buy, of course, expensive clothes, expensive, but you cannot buy the eye level.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, thank you so much for your story, for your answers, and we will see you again at the end of our journey, maybe when you remove the fixators, hopefully achieving 10 centimeters, and then we can see your smooth recovery, and then we can check the eye contact.
Yeah.
There is not much left until I think you will be the same as me.
Yeah,
that
one of the things
amazing.
before I came to Livelifetaller, and from all the videos I watched, I knew that everybody will get assigned one physiotherapy to them. And I wanted Christina because she's 174. I want to be that height. So when I actually got Christina, I thought, oh yeah, this is this is good.
And you got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what it will be for you in the life. I want it. I got it.
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Hopefully. Okay. Thank you so much again, and stay tuned for our next video where we can see his recovery.
My heart rate is 104.
Oh,
Nervous.
you're nervous.
You can just call me K.
K.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. K from Malaysia.
K from Malaysia.
Okay. And I'm Christina, and I'm physical. Okay. 1, 2, 3.